Have you ever looked at someone you loved and thought, you're not the same person anymore? Or maybe they're thinking the exact same thing about you. Because here's the truth no one talks about. People don't just change in relationships, they reveal who they really are. And what you learn from it can either break you or completely transform your life. Relationships are supposed to feel safe, right? Comforting, predictable, stable, but then suddenly things shift, the texts slow down, the effort fades. The person who once chose you every day starts choosing distance, and you're left asking, why did they change? Was it something I did? Or were they always like this? In this video, we're going to break down why people change in relationships, what it really means, it's not what you think, and most importantly, what these changes are trying to teach you, because once you understand this, you'll never see love the same way again. Let's start with a hard truth. People don't suddenly change, you just start seeing them more clearly. At the beginning of a relationship, everything feels perfect. You ignore red flags, you fill in the gaps with hope. You fall in love with potential, not reality. Think about it. Have you ever said, backhand index pointing right, they weren't like this before? But if you really look back, the signs were always there. Just smaller, subtle, easy to ignore. Maybe they took hours to reply, sometimes avoided difficult conversations, showed inconsistency in small ways, but you told yourself, it's fine, it'll get better. Question for you. Have you ever ignored a red flag because you didn't want to lose someone? Yeah, most of us have. Here's something interesting. People behave differently when they feel secure. At the start, they're trying to impress you. They're putting in effort. They're showing the best version of themselves. But once they feel like they have you, things shift. Not always in a bad way, but sometimes the effort drops. Why? Because effort requires intention, and comfort can create complacency. Suddenly, good morning texts disappear, dates become rare, conversations feel routine, and you start wondering, backhand index pointing right, do they still care? But here's the deeper truth. Sometimes it's not that they care less, it's that they stop trying. And love without effort slowly fades. Now let's talk about something deeper: growth. Not everyone grows at the same pace. You might be evolving, learning, healing, becoming better, while the other person stays the same, and that creates distance. Imagine this: you're working on yourself, setting boundaries, understanding your worth, but they're still avoiding responsibility, repeating toxic patterns, staying emotionally unavailable, and suddenly you don't feel aligned anymore. Question: what happens when two people are no longer growing in the same direction? They drift, not because they stopped loving each other, but because they became different people. This one hurts the most. Sometimes the person didn't change. They were just pretending in the beginning. Not always intentionally, but people often show a version of themselves that they think you'll love. And over time, that mask falls off. You start noticing different values, different priorities, different emotional depth, and it feels like betrayal. But here's the reality. You didn't lose them, you discovered them, and that discovery is painful, but necessary. Let's be fair, not all change is negative. Sometimes life itself changes people: stress, career pressure, family issues, mental health struggles. All of these can reshape someone's behavior. They may become distant, withdraw, emotionally lose energy for the relationship. And it's not about you, it's about what they're going through internally. But here's the key question. Are they communicating it or shutting you out? Because struggles are understandable, but lack of communication is what breaks relationships. Now here's the most important part, because this isn't just about them. It's about you. Every relationship that changes teaches you something powerful. Lesson 1. Don't ignore red flags. What you tolerate early becomes your reality later. Lesson 2. Effort matters more than words. Anyone can say, I love you, but consistency proves it. Lesson 3. You can't fix someone no matter how much you love them. You can't change someone who doesn't want to change. Lesson 4. Growth is non-negotiable. If you're evolving, you need someone who evolves with you. Lesson 5. Sometimes letting go is the lesson. Not every relationship is meant to last. Some are meant to teach you who you are. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stayed in a relationship hoping the person would go back to who they used to be? And deep down you knew they wouldn't. Drop a yes in the comments if you felt that, because you're not alone. People changing in relationships is not always the end of love. Sometimes it's the beginning of understanding. Understanding that love needs effort, growth needs alignment, and you deserve consistency. So the next time someone changes, don't just ask, why did they change? Ask yourself, what is this trying to teach me? Because that answer might just change your life. If this video made you think or helped you understand something you've been feeling, like this video, subscribe for more real, deep content, and comment your experience below. Your story might help someone else.